Hey everyone, how you doing? Um, Making this video today to talk a little bit about why our family moved to Moscow from Texas. A little background on that. I guess it started a couple of years ago with the LGBT indoctrination of kids. You can't even turn on the TV these days without child cartoons talking about sex and gender, teaching it in the public schools. The transgender movement, these mentally ill folks that, they're trying to push, make it mainstream, make it normal. DEI initiatives, as a white family, being told we're racist and not given the same opportunities because of the color of our skin. My daughter's growing up in this world. We just couldn't have it. The food in America is so unhealthy. They want us to be fat and dumb, controllable. It is better for us to be sick and continually paying money than it is to heal us, to make us better. So many foods that have illegal ingredients in many other countries, but in our country, perfectly legal. Red dyes, all kinds of chemicals, fluoride in the water. On and on and on. And we didn't want to live that way, unhealthy, sick. I didn't want my kids indoctrinated, so the first step we took was to start homeschooling them. We've been doing that for like 2 years now. And we started to think to ourselves, where could we move? Somewhere, that shared our Christian values, where we weren't going to be discriminated against, where the crime wasn't out of control, where we were living. We weren't even comfortable with our daughters running around in the neighborhood. That's how bad it was. And in Texas, too, a red state, where you would think it would be safe. But Houston, the surrounding area, is not very safe. So as we started looking into it, I stumbled across an article that talked about an American village in Russia for English-speaking Christians, American, maybe Canadians, just Western Christians. And so, read that and got really excited, started doing research. And from there, we found Tim Kirby and the American Village Project, which at that point was in its infancy and still had a ways to go. But that got us excited, so we started, just doing all the research. How do we even visit? The language, which is really tough to learn. What requirements are needed? Will the girls be able to go to school? Can we homeschool them there? Just many, many questions. So the first thing we did was we got visas and figured if we really wanted to make the move, the smart thing to do would be to come and visit and actually see the country, see what it's like, see if it's a good fit for us. So that's what we did. We got our visas real easy and took a trip to Moscow and spent a week here in 2023 October, and it was amazing, absolutely amazing. We just fell in love with the place, the architecture, the culture. People are fantastic, very nice, very interested, very helpful. It's nothing like you see on the news or the TV, the movies. They are not evil. They are just like us, living their life, happy, just want to have a good life, want to raise their kids. And that was really all we needed to see at that point. So got back and just said, okay, what's next? We were following the American Village Project really closely. We owned some land that we were going to build a house in Texas. So the next step, we put our land up for sale and just kept preparing, saving money. It was a costly trip. And eventually the American Village project got to the point where it was a go. So after selling our land and taking all of our saved money, we decided to sign up. It's been about 9 months. May of 24, I came out, paid a big deposit towards the house, and got the ball rolling. And now here we are, living in our new house. The inside's about 99% done. The outside, about 95. The yard still, they have to do some things, but with the winter conditions, they can't do grass or anything and repair the yard from the construction till the winter is completely done. So, but it's mostly done, and it's absolutely amazing. The company, Smart Stroy, and Pavel, the owner, his wife Yulia, they've been fantastic. Honestly, it's the most transparent process building a house. We had a live stream camera on our customer portal. Literally shows you every single dollar where it was spent. I could check in every day on the live stream camera and see the progress of the house. They would upload new photos, once or twice a week, showing progress, constant communication, as far as design options, color, upgrades, all that good stuff. It went really well. And now that we're here, the house has exceeded expectations in so many ways. It's just beautiful. It's only a 2-bedroom for now. We plan to add on the extension. We had the slab poured for that, and we're going to add on to the extension excuse me, as soon as we have a little more funds. So for now, the girls, my 3 daughters, share the master bedroom, and then me and my wife Deanna are in the other bedroom, the second bedroom. We have 1 bath. This tall ceilings. Very technological house, just beautiful, gorgeous, on almost a half acre. We'll do a tour of that later today once everybody's up, all the family's sleeping. I got up early. We also immigrated with our husky. Her name's Baby. That was an experience. a lot of documentation for that as well, to be able to bring her a health certificate, all her shots and vaccinations up to date. But it actually went really smooth. And I don't know, here we are. So I plan to go into more detail about how we went through it, all of our steps. We're definitely interested. If you're interested, I'll answer any questions. If you're curious about immigrating, want to know more about why, we'll do some more follow-up videos on that. But again, it basically came down to the moral compass of America, God being taken out of everything, this gay and lesbian transgender agenda getting crammed down your throat. Just unbelievable. Kids aren't even old enough to understand what sex is, and they're trying to teach it to them. Pornography books in school libraries. A lot of public libraries doing like drag queen story hour. And the crazy thing is a lot of people don't even know this stuff's going on. They don't talk about it on the mainstream media. It's a big secret. X is about the only place where you get real information and see what's actually going on in the country. It's crazy. So many people live in their bubble, and as long as it doesn't get in the way of their daily routine, they just are oblivious to what's going on there. I'm just thankful we were able to find this and get an opportunity to raise our children the way we want. In a great country, President Putin, an amazing leader, has done such great things for Russia in his time, and it's safe. We went into town yesterday, and young kids riding the bus all alone. knew exactly where they were going, got off on their stop. I mean, I'm talking kids that were probably couldn't have been 8 years old, riding all alone, just perfectly safe. The streets are clean. A lot of respect for the country, for the streets. People don't just flick their cigarette butts on the ground, throw their trash out the window on the side of the road. It's very nice. It's very different. The culture of Russia is amazing. I mean, these are good people, and just like us, they really want a good life. They want to raise their kids. Well, the government here, definitely isn't all in your business. They seem to let you do pretty much what you want within reason. You're not breaking the law. We don't mind the real strict laws. I like it. The real tough policies on drugs, crime, theft. I think that's one of the reasons it's so safe, because of the stiff penalties for these things. But like I said, we like it. It feels very good, very safe. I can let my kids run around in our village. We've already met some people in the village here, very friendly. They know a little bit of English, not a ton. I think that's our biggest barrier, is learning the language. Ordering food, even down to our new appliances in our house. Took a minute to figure out how to make the oven, and we have an induction stove in the oven, figuring out how to work it. The washer and dryer, everything's in Russian, so I had to actually, use a translator app on some of that stuff, actually read the directions and figure out how to use all our new appliances. Ordering food, groceries, everything that's the biggest, I think, difficult thing. We started taking lessons probably 9 months to a year before we came, but even still after that, so much to learn. Really figuring that out since we've been here, that I thought I knew a little more than I do. Getting into real conversation, it's tough, but we're going to continue to take lessons and study, try to get the language down. We'll be applying for temporary residency soon, here in the next week or two, and then hopefully after that, permanent residency and on to citizenship. That's a lengthy process, 5 or 7 years, I believe, depending on how quick you want to do it, how well you learn the language, because with each step there's a language exam. Although now with temporary residency, there's no exam if you're here on a shared values visa, which again is another video. I'll talk more about all of that, the visas and whatnot. But then for permanent residency and citizenship, there's a language and government test. We're not ready for that, so. But as soon as you are and you meet the time requirements to get those things, that's our plan, is ultimately to get citizenship. I don't know what else to say right now. We're so happy to be here, so thankful for Russia for having us, allowing us to be here. The immigration process is really tough, a lot of paperwork, but again, we appreciate that, because unlike America, where the people who try to do it the right way are stuck waiting years, and then the people just cross the border and they're getting all kinds of free benefits. The government will act, and news will tell you that's not happening, but the people have been the last 4 years flooding across the border, and they're given cell phones, flights to wherever they want to go, cash cards. It's crazy. It's crazy what they're doing. And then the people that try to come legally spend years and thousands upon thousands of dollars, and then still can't always get citizenship. So I appreciate here that Russia, you have to assimilate. You have to learn the language. And that's how it should be. If you're going to move to a new country, you should assimilate. You should have to learn the language. You should live by their laws, their standards. I'm not going to come here waving an American flag all over the place like they do in Texas, running around waving the Mexican flags and all these other flags. I mean, if you're going to be American, be American. If you're going to move to Russia, you're here to be Russian. So we definitely are working on assimilating, learning the language. Hopefully at some point we'll stop homeschooling the girls when they get enough Russian where they can go to public school so they can make friends and assimilate, learn the culture. And we look forward to that. Once we get residency as well, I can get a job and kind of really settle into our life here. But so far so good. We made it safe. Our new house is amazing. The food here is amazing, delicious. Even my picky daughters have been trying a lot of new things and liking it. So it's pretty great. But I'm going to go for now. We'll post some more soon. Subscribe and like our videos, and we're going to keep posting. And again, in the comments, if you have any questions about my journey, immigration, I'll be happy to answer them. Thanks.